Law enforcement lingo. Words used by law enforcement and what they mean. Police commands. Show me your hands. Police want to be sure you do not have a gun or knife. When they say show me your hands, they are sure they are safe. Take your hands out of your pockets and open both of your hands and put them in front of you or above your head. Put your hands up. This means the same thing as show me your hands. The officer is trying to be sure you don't have anything in your hands that can hurt him or anyone else. Take your hands out of your pockets, open them to show the officer your hands are empty, and raise them above your head. Spread your legs. When the officer asks you to spread your legs, he's usually going to check to see if you are hiding a weapon in your pants or between your legs. This is for his safety. Get down on the ground or drop down. This is a command the police use to be sure you won't run away. They usually want you to lay on your stomach and put your hands behind your head, interlocking your fingers, or behind your back. You are under arrest. This means the officer is putting you in handcuffs and taking you to the police station. You will be read your rights. Stop, police. This means stop running, freeze, and stand still. Legal words to know. Policeman, police officer. People who work for a police department sworn to uphold the law and have the power to arrest people and detain them for a limited time, along with other duties and powers. Some police officers may also be trained in special duties. Although many police officers wear a uniform, some police officers wear plain clothes in order to blend in as ordinary citizens. Sheriff. A sworn law enforcement officer, an elected county official with duties that typically include policing, maintaining county jails, providing security to courts, serving warrants, and court papers. Deputy. This is someone hired by the sheriff and given the same power to enforce the law as he has. Handcuffs. These are two metal rings that open and close, lock and unlock with a key, and are used by police to keep you from hitting them or yourself, known as to restrain you. Arrest. This is when an officer takes you to jail or detains you in response to you committing a crime or doing something illegal or against the law rules. Lawyer or attorney. This is a person who has gone to college and law school to learn about the laws and rules set up by the government and society that you and others must follow. He or she has also passed a test to ensure he or she knows the laws and how to protect you with it. When you get in trouble with the law, you should ask for a lawyer to help you. Judge. A judge is a person in charge of a court. He or she is supposed to conduct the trial impartially, fairly, and typically in a courtroom. The judge hears all the witnesses and any evidence presented by the lawyers of the case. He or she evaluates the credibility, believability, and honesty of each person involved and their arguments, and then issues a ruling on the matter based on his or her understanding of what the written law means and his or her own personal judgment. This determination may be shared with a jury. Court. This is an official meeting, usually held in an official building, but doesn't have to be, that has a judge preside over the meeting. It is a meeting where the judge determines if the law rules have been broken, and if so, what the punishment is for that. Jury. A jury is a group of people who swear to listen to the facts presented in a court proceeding and to work together to give a fair judgment or to set a fair punishment or penalty. Modern juries tend to be found in courts to determine the guilt or innocence in a crime. Perjury. This is a crime of intentionally lying under oath, whether spoken or in writing, about facts pertaining to an official proceeding. Incarcerated. Being in jail or prison. Jail or prison. People charged with crimes may be put in prison or a jail where they are confined and lose some of their freedoms until they are brought to trial. Law. This is a set of rules determined by governing officials about certain behaviors that must be followed in order to protect everyone. It is enforced by police and sheriffs and other law enforcement officials like judges. Guilty. A judgment or finding of being legally at fault or culpable or responsible for a crime or breaking the law. Innocent. A judgment or finding to be not legally responsible, not at fault, not culpable for breaking the law. Rights. These are the fundamental rules about what people are and are not allowed to do. Also, what is owed to people and what they are entitled to, according to some legal system, social convention, or ethical theory, are rights as well. They are of essential importance in making laws and determining what is right. Miranda warning or Mirandized. This is a right to remain silent warning given by police to criminal suspects in their custody before they are interrogated or asked questions. It is read to be certain that the information the person they are questioning is giving them can be used in a court of law against them in criminal proceedings. ID. This is short for identification form that contains your full name, date of birth, address, height and weight, picture, and signature. It has been officially confirmed usually with your birth certificate. Search and seizure. This is a procedure by which police or other authorities do a search of a person or their property and take any relevant evidence if the person is suspected of committing a crime. Tazer. This is a device used by police that sends an electroshock through two probes that are attached when someone is touched with it and the trigger is pulled. It does not usually cause death like a gun. It prevents the person's muscles from working so they can't injure the policeman. This is said to be painful even though it's not deadly. Pepper spray or mace. This is a spray chemical used by police or people who purchase it that causes tears, pain, and temporary blindness when used in someone's face. Warrant. This is a special authorization given by a judge. It is issued for either a search of property or for the arrest of someone. Ticket or citation. This is a notice issued by a law enforcement official accusing the receiver of the ticket of breaking a traffic law or parking regulation. Breathalyzer. This is a portable machine used by law enforcement to check for how much, if any, alcohol has been used by someone. It is usually used on a driver they suspect is intoxicated. They will ask the person to take a deep breath and blow into the machine through a small mouthpiece. It is illegal to have a blood alcohol level over 0.08 in all states. That means 0.08% of the blood is alcohol, and your ability to make judgments, decisions, and to control a vehicle is impaired. Driving under the influence, DUI, or driving while intoxicated, DWI. The offense of driving under the influence, or DUI, typically relates to alcohol intoxication. But alcohol is just one of countless substances that can impair one's ability to operate a motor vehicle. Driving under the influence of drugs, including prescription medicines as well as illegal drugs, can also result in DUI charges. DWI, driving while intoxicated, refers to the same offense, but the alcohol level is usually higher. Accomplice, assistant, or helper. A person who actively participates in committing a crime, even if they take no part in the actual criminal offense, is considered an accomplice. For example, the lookout or the getaway car driver is an accomplice, even though keeping a lookout or driving a car would not be an offense if there wasn't a crime being committed. Assault. This is a threat or an attempt to do harm or make aggressive or offensive contact with a person. Steal. Taking another person's property without their consent. Burglary. The unlawful entering of a building or other location for the purpose of committing a crime. Robbery. Taking or attempting to take anything of value by force, threat of force, or by putting the victim in fear. Vandalism. Taking or attempting to take anything of value by force or destruction of someone else's property. Miranda Rights. Number 1. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to be quiet and not answer any questions until you are ready or can talk to a lawyer. Number 2. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. If you choose to talk to us, anything you say to us can be used in court to prove you are guilty of a crime or breaking the law. Number 3. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you are being questioned. The law states you can speak to a lawyer and have him with you to advise you when you are being questioned by the police about what you should and should not say. Ask for one if you want one. Number 4. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. If you don't have the money to pay for a lawyer to advise you, a public defense lawyer will be assigned to you before you answer any questions. Ask for one. Number 5. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Even if you didn't want a lawyer in the beginning and started answering questions, you can choose at any time to stop talking and ask for one. Waiver. Do you understand each of these rights I have explained to you? Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us now? Do you understand these laws that protect you from speaking and getting yourself into trouble that I just explained? Do you understand each of these rights I have explained to you? No, I am confused. Yes, I understand. No, you have this right. Do you want to talk to us? No, I don't want to talk without a lawyer's help. Yes, I want to talk to you without a lawyer's help.